Welcome back to day 3 of our 31-day Halloween story spookathon. If you missed our first 2 stories, don't forget to go check out our playlist and bookmark it. That way you won't miss a single day of our daily festive stories. Today's story is called Something Evil is Living on Our NOSLEEP and It's Watching You. Written by Dominic. It's watching everyone on this subreddit. This is the price we pay for tempting fate. We should never have posted our experiences. Some stories should be left alone. We could have simply been glad to survive these terrible things rather than flocking to NOSLEEP in an eager rush to gloat of our triumphs. We toyed with these forces beyond our understanding, and this is our comeuppance. Think about it. Think about what we've done. We've posted about ghastly ghouls and abominable apparitions. We've bragged of our narrow victories against unfathomably powerful forces. We've even on occasion made jokes in comment sections. I'm not judging you. I'm the same. Comedy is a soothing bandage for the chasm of horror that traumatic events can open in our souls. Still, evil doesn't care about that. Don't fool yourself into thinking that readers might avoid this reckoning. Even the lurkers and non-voters have contributed to the thriving nature of this dark and twisted place. You've caught the eye of something truly insidious. It was only a matter of time until a very bad thing would find our NOSLEEP and turn it into a computerized haunted house. Perhaps I should explain what I've discovered. I have read the experiences of so many people on this subreddit. I've gleefully soaked up their tales of true horror, and it has become a slight addiction. In fact, I think I first noticed something unsettling because I obsessively pore over the finer details of everything I experience on NOSLEEP. I've seen things that have been there 1 second and disappeared the next. The early events were things that seemed like glitches with Reddit. The name our NOSLEEP changed to our sleep, but clicking on that link didn't take me to the entirely separate subreddit of that name. It took me to a solitary Google image of a stick figure sleeping on a mattress. I messaged countless people, searched Google, and even submitted reports of what I'd experienced. Nobody else had seen the name of the subreddit change or found the picture of the sleeping stick man. Nobody had hacked the NOSLEEP subreddit. There had been no glitch for anyone else. I thought perhaps that I had accidentally left the official Reddit site and ended up on a fake version of our NOSLEEP. I couldn't really think of any other explanation. The true terror began when events defied any form of reason. I was reading one of many NOSLEEP posts on rules for dealing with certain unnatural beings. When I looked at the comment section, I saw something that unnerved me. I was disconcerted, yet again, by what seemed to be a glitch. The comment had no username above it. Rule number 11. It is unkind to joyfully read true horror. Sticks and stones will break your bones. There was an almighty sound of smashing glass in my room. Soul vacating my body for a brief moment, I twisted my desk chair around to face numerous shards that were scattered across my carpet. In the center of the wreckage was a small stone that had seemingly been hurled at my window, breaking it. I sprung to my feet and peered through the now glassless frame. There was something on the other side of the road. I don't think I'll ever be able to scrub that haunting image from my mind. Wedged between 2 hedges, slightly illuminated by the dim glow of a nearby lamppost, I was watched by a shadowy figure. His form was emaciated and blackened. Upon closer inspection, I realized that it wasn't a person. It was a stick figure. I screamed, tearing my curtains closed. Shuddering, I sat beneath the empty window frame with my back against the wall. I remained that way for the next 7 hours. I didn't sleep unless it counts as rest to persistently daydreaming of a lurking stick man. It turned out that he wasn't a figment of my imagination. It was quite clear, even before learning of Rule 11, that the watchful stick figure only harbored sinister intentions. In class, I struggled to listen to my teacher. During breaks, I struggled to engage in conversations with my friends. My head was elsewhere, and I know this might sound foolish given the warning it had sent to me, but I was obsessed with the concept of this horrifying specter. I had become the very definition of morbidly curious. I browsed NOSLEEP looking for clues. The Rule 11 comment had vanished without a trace, but I tirelessly read posts, searched for the edited descriptions or images, and even scoured comment sections for anything untoward. I found nothing. That didn't put me at ease, however. It only worsened my fear. At least the stick figure hadn't seemed so threatening as a static, pixelated image on my screen. On the other hand, in real life, the crooked figure had been the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen. Why me, I wondered. I sent out requests for help from people who had endured unexplainable supernatural experiences. Somebody by the name of Archie Bolton replied, "This is the hallmarks of Gray Code, a programming language that connects occult things to the digital world. After receiving your initial message about the mattress image, I started to notice similar things on NOSLEEP. Strange comments appeared from a poster with no username. The site description read, 'I'm watching you, Archie. No sleep for you. That makes me unhappy.' And I saw 2 long, shadowy lines stretch towards me from the darkness of my bedroom. They looked like arms, stick arms." His reply was one of many messages I read. People purported to experience similar things. After reading this post, you might notice strange things too. I think once it has been pointed out, it's hard to unnotice the malevolent thing that is observing us. After overcoming the initial shock and terror of being watched by a being that couldn't be explained by science, I decided to take a different approach towards this phantom. Moronic. When I saw my wardrobe door swing open in the middle of the night, I strode confidently towards it. "What do you want?" I cried. From the void of the open wardrobe, which was only a foot in front of me, 2 gangly stick arms protruded. They lifted me into the air, feeling like a pair of blunt knives digging into my shoulder blades.
"All who use our NOSLEEP shall die of exhaustion,"
it whispered.
"They will lose the ability to sleep."
I didn't understand what the entity was saying, but I think I was struggling to understand anything. I was entirely transfixed by the petrifying nothingness before me. I couldn't distinguish anything of the stick figure, other than the pitch-black limbs that it was employing to hoist me off the carpet.
"None of you should be on NOSLEEP,"
it snarled icily.
"It is my home. Leave."
I howled in agony at a searing pain that suddenly emanated from the stick arms which were digging into my shoulders. I looked down at my body, which was barely visible in the streetlight pouring through my still broken bedroom window. The flesh of my arms was changing. In utter horror, I realized they were starting to transform into the same pen-drawn stick arms as the creature in front of me. It was morphing me. As I screeched in fear, the stick figure dropped me to the ground with an almighty thud.
"Everyone has a choice,"
it hissed.
"Leave NOSLEEP or join my realm."
The wardrobe door creaked shut. I lay on the carpet, considering my options. Initially, I was too frightened to return to this subreddit. In all honesty, I felt I owed it to you. My arms have mostly returned to normal, but they won't fully heal. There's still a rigid, stick-like quality to them, even though my flesh has returned. I can barely type, but I'm soldiering onwards. I need to submit this post. The stick figure is watching you, and it's offering you the same options that it offered me. Leave No Sleep behind, or join it as some two-dimensional, soulless stick figure in a digital hellscape. What will you choose? Well, Rosebuds, I have to admit, at first, I thought the concept of making a stick figure scary seemed a bit of a farce, but as I kept reading this, I found this story to be really creepy and engaging. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And check out Dominic Eagle's other works. He's got a lot of stuff on Reddit, and I've posted their links in the description below. All right, Rosebuds, that's a wrap. Until tomorrow night, where we'll join back here for another story. Take care and stay creepy.